204 ground control. And in this video, we're going to show you the mods and performances of President Lincoln 2 Plus. Okay, and she'll do about a max of a 6-watt carrier. Okay, and a max pep of about 52 watts. All right, she is a talker, and we are accomplishing this without removing any limiters. Of course, we don't do that here at the ground control station. And basically, what I want to get into, we'll get a good focus, is right here. W5. This is AM ANL. Okay, that's your automatic modulation limiter. And this will keep you from clipping and peaking any red tops. Okay, so if you're looking on a digital peak meter like here on my mixer, okay, green is good, yellow's getting too close to being overmodulated, and of course if you see the red lights, you are definitely overmodulated. That's what this circuit does here. Okay, that's exactly what this circuit does. It controls your modulation, W5, AM, ANL. It controls your modulation. It would not allow you to clip or be overmodulated. But that's if you have it enabled and tuned right. If you want to keep it at factory settings, that's great. No big deal on that. You're not going to see 50 watts out of it. At least not on AM. You might see about 32 watts out of the box, okay, on AM. But like I say, all that is just a simple modulation limiter, and you control it via that potentiometer that I just showed you, okay? Should be no clipping at all in this radio. Just like the Strikers, it has the same automatic modulation limiter within the circuit, and you can tune it with a internal potentiometer. Okay, so do not clip these radios at all. They do not need it, and they have very, very clean audio. This is your low pass filter for your modulation circuit. Okay, this is why these radios talk so clean, you know. And a splatter box radio, to me, is the worst type of radio. And we have probably the majority of people running stuff like that, man. I mean, come on now. You guys got radios. You hear some of the garbage that comes out of those, some of those operators, man, during DX, man. It's just, it's nuts. It's bonkers. Another thing I want to talk about is your 54 megahertz trap coils. Okay, now from the factory, if the coil has a spacing in it or it's been separated, that's for good measure. Don't touch it. Do not touch these and spread these. These produce ghost watts. Okay, these 54 megahertz trap coils helps to keep your harmonics nice and clean. Spurious harmonics is not wanted. It's never been desired. You bleed up and down channels, sometimes the entire band. Some of these guys, man, they'll bleed on me, you know, up and down the whole 40 channel of the 11 meter band. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But like I say, these will show you more pep watts if you spread them, and especially if you know how to spread them. But I'm telling you, man, it goes into the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and sometimes even the 6th harmonic. So you'll be bleeding well beyond the transmitted frequency, okay? The thing is about receive and transmit. When you do this on AM, okay, you want to stay within the confinements of the frequency, man. This is not like FM, you know, repeaters. You know, you receive the signal on one frequency and then you transmit out to the repeater on another frequency. It's nothing like that, man. Nothing like that at all. So Well, let's get to it anyways, okay? These are great radios. If you want to know where the pots are, here's one. W501. That's Whiskey 501. This is your AM modulation, okay? Here's your preamp for your output section. And down here, W1, Whiskey 1 right here. That is your AM power potentiometer. All right, that's where you adjust your dead key at, okay? Now, anything else in here, as in for FM power, don't touch. Single sideband power, don't touch. Single sideband ANL, that means automatic modulation limiter. The same as on the AM side. Don't touch the single sideband or the FM portions of this radio. Trust when I say you're going to need to dive into a spectrum analyzer, which a good one's going to cost you about $300 or $400. You're going to have to dive into getting an O-scope, which is another $300 to $600. And then finally, once you learn how to use that equipment, then you'll be able to get your radio straight. Okay, you can't just put a radio that's for sideband and FM and start tinkering with sideband and FM just off your bird meter or just off your whatever meter that you might be using. Okay, bird doesn't even get the job done. Like I say, most times when you adjust power on single sideband, the radio needs to be checked and make sure it's aligned. The receiving and transmit frequency also needs to be checked as well. Okay, so let's steer away from that and focus on the AM, guys. All right, keep yourself safe, keep your equipment nice, and don't chew through shit. Excuse me, that was a tongue twister. Jesus. All right. Anyway, as you can see, frequency receive, all that stuff shielded, which is good. We do have a shield here from the output section. Okay, I wish they went ahead and did what Stryker did and actually put a copper shielding plate over the finals. But in this case, President did not do that. All right, let's get this President Lincoln 2 Plus on the meters. All right, we're going to be going through the MFJ 868 Bravo and the MFJ 870. Okay, we are on the lowest power setting on the radio. That's your RF power right here. Okay, and your mic gain is right here. So mic gain is all the way open as well. I tune my radios with the mic gain all the way open, and then I do my internal adjustments with the AM modulation potentiometer in here. So no matter if it's my radio or a guy's radio or another guy's radio, he can't overmodulate himself unless he's screaming in the mic. Okay, he can't go no further. I give them 100% modulation, which is a clean wave on the O-scope, and that's the way it's going to stay. After they get the radio and they start tinkering around with it, I have nothing to do with that. But that's how we tune our radios here. So if anything, you can always dial it back a little bit, but there's never any need to go any further. And I always recommend my radios being used with the mic gain wide open. Unless you're dealing with talkback and a power mic, then it's just, you know, you're going to have to start adjusting things on your own as an operator to get that that fine balance without any feedback. All right, so let's get to it. RF power on low. We are on average 20 watt scale. That is the bottom scale. All right, we are on the President stock microphone. There will be no condenser and mixer involved with this, okay? So everything's stock. And another thing is I'm going to talk about this mic and how this President Lincoln was set up and tuned to electret condenser mic. This is an electret condenser mic, okay? This is another reason why most guys, Turners and D104s are just not sounding so well on these radios because they're dynamic microphones and are not electric, okay? And that's ELECTRET, okay? All right, let's key up. Got 6 1/4 all day. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Just talking in the mic, nice and easy. 204 ground control. You got 6 1/4 on your carrier. Audio check 1 2 3. And an easy 17 watts with your average swing. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 and 3. Break, break, break. All right, guys. So she's a talker. I do have the monitor on, so you're definitely hearing modulation coming out of that. We're going to switch the scale to 200. Okay, and we're going to be on peak. So now we're on peak, and we're going to be on the middle scale. Okay, this is the scale we're going to be using, the middle scale. 6 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna bring the mic up and I'm gonna modulate. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. 51 whiskeys in the corner. 204 ground control. Just talking, normal talk tone, no doubt about it, man. Look at her go, look at her go, look at her go. About 51 watts, man, and that's some clean forward swing, man. Okay, this is 100% modulation, clean swing. A nice clean wave on the scope, man. Okay? So this radio is a talker. All right? Never mind what the what the majority are saying about the radio, man. Oh, it doesn't have enough audio and it doesn't. You mean it doesn't splatter? You mean you're used to a splattered ass, loud ass radio? That's what you're used to. That's basically what they need to say, you know. But you can't tell these guys nothing. All right, and if you want to hear the modulation real quick on the monitor. And let me tell you one thing, President, just like Stryker, they do not have a talkback, a homebrew technician style, you know, crappy talkback circuit. Okay, their circuit is a true monitor circuit. Okay, an RF monitor or audio monitor circuit is way different than your back road, backwoods, truck stop talkback. Okay, now most people know that those talkback mods are just a resistor soldered in between the external speaker and the PA jack. Oh, excuse me, not the external speaker jack and the PA jack, and then poof, you got, you know, eBay. And depending on what kind of resistance that you use, is depending on how clean and loud your talkback will be. All right. And but anyways, let's get to the monitor real quick. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Nice, clean, clear modulation, man. And we are on the stock mic. Audio check 1 2 3. 204 ground control. Black Ops technology. Break, break, break. Very clean sound, man. Let me put this mic up here for a second. And we are gonna turn the RF gain all the way up. That's maxed. Okay. Mic gain is still maxed. All right, and we're gonna come up here to 200 watt scale, still the same scale. All right, and we'll be on average first. All right. $12 watts. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check. Okay, so you got a carrier here of 12 watts. All right, and she's swinging about 30. Now that's your average swing. And earlier I did say the radio had a max carrier of 6 watts. And I just noticed that I said that. But that is with the RF gain down, okay? This radio will be driving high drive amplifiers. So, and the highest you can get it on the low side of the RF gain is 6 watts. This radio on the low side of the RF gain will not do a 7 watts. I'm telling you that right now. You can do all the tests you want to do. And you can come on back to the channel and tell me, hey, bud, you're right. That cotton picker will not do anything higher than 6 watts on the low side. I figured I could at least get, you know, maybe 7 to 8 watts out of it on the low side, but that's not possible. All right, so we'll crank it back up, full RF power, and we're gonna switch this to peak, and we're gonna watch her do her swing. Middle scale, okay, guys? 12 watts. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. And then in your peak circuit, your delay circuit goes back down. Remember, this is a true peak reading SWR and watt meter, so it has a decay system when you switch it to peak. Okay, it decays back down very slowly. That it is supposed to do that. 12 watts. I don't even have the microphone close to my mouth, man, and I'm got a pep of about 35 watts. Jesus. All right, and we're back into the microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 204 ground control. She's stroking. Break, break, break. All right, let's cut this meter on. There we go. 30 watts. Well, that's going to be, well, we're on average. No, we're on PEP. Okay. We're on average now. Okay. 30 watt scale. We're still on the high side of the RF power on the President Lincoln. All right, we got about 12.5 watts there. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got a little too close to the speaker. Audio check. Audio check. Okay, well, this is a very stingy meter, man. You see there was very little average swing there, but you gotta, remember this is a second meter in line. Okay, so it's gonna be a little off, only because there's a 3-foot jumper there and not actual hardline feed connector to connector. All right, so, but anyways, we'll go to 300 watt scale. We'll put her on PEP. See if I can get away from that speaker. Let me focus the camera. There you go. 12 watts. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50 in the corner. Audio 50 in the corner. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No doubt about it. Break, break, break. Very, very cool. She is a talker. No doubt about it. And we're gonna do one more thing. Okay, we're gonna keep the radio on the high side of the RF power. Okay, and we're gonna come back here, get it off peak, and we're gonna check our reflect. Okay. Let's see if I can focus on that. We're gonna check our reflect. Okay, so we're gonna push that in. And we're going to key up. Okay, I'm keying up, guys. I have absolutely no reflect on this meter. None. Let me try to modulate real quick. Audio. Oh, got a little too close. Sorry about that, guys. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio. Dude, it's not even swinging. Absolutely wonderful, dude. And we are on a 1.2 antenna system as well. Okay, this is not the dummy load. All right, so we are on a 1.2 SWR antenna system. So my SWR is a 1.2, and that's about as good as you can get them. I'm not shooting for 1.1 and messing around with that thing at all. 1.2 is beautiful. All right, and we will come back, okay, to the second meter in line. And I'm going to show you the difference, okay? There's going to be a little reflect there because of this 3-footer, all right? And I'm going to show you. We're going to have some reflect on this one. And we got it off PEP. It is on 300, 3 kW. It's on REV, okay? REV means the same as REF, reflect. Okay, we're getting a little bit of reflect there on the second meter in line. Just a little bit. What do you guys think? Probably about 1/4 watt, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Great minds think alike. Yep. I'm gonna put the mic back in here and watch it key up again. Okay. And remember on this one, on this 12-watt dead key, no reflect. None. So if I back it back down to drive amplifiers, if there ain't no reflect on 12 watts, best believe there is no reflect on 6 watts. All right? Now, that was fun. I really, really, really like this President Lincoln, and I recommend him. I do. Now, let me tell you one thing about the President Lincoln, okay? There is 2 new versions out. The President Lincoln 2, which it has, I believe, multiple versions of itself. I think about 4 versions of itself. So you have the President Lincoln 2, then you have V1, V2, V3, and V4. The V stands for versions. Each time President upgraded the original version, they fixed the bugs in it and all that. And it wasn't until version 4 to where they got it correct. Okay? Version 3 was just a little bit better than 2. 2 was just a little bit better than 1. And 1 was a little bit better than the original President Lincoln 2. Okay? This is another reason why I've invested in the President Lincoln 2 Plus. Alright, guys? See that plus right next to the Roman numeral 2 right there? That's what you want to look for, man. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Okay? That President Lincoln 2 and then the version 1, 2, 3, and 4, don't even waste your money on that crap, dude. And they even actually have a firmware issue to where, because you know this radio can be hooked up, it's PC programmable. Okay? It's an SDR radio. It's a software defined radio. But President, before the 2 Plus came out, these guys were hooking their radios up to the PC and the software, and it was killing their President Lincoln 2. Literally a firmware issue. And I was like, whoa, that sucks, dude. I mean, it's one thing to blow up a radio, you know, for, you know, pushing it too hard, or maybe, you know, while you're in here tinkering, you drop something and short something. That's one thing. But hooking up your radio to a damn, you know, laptop, dude, and trying to, you know, get it to get it on your PC to mess around with the software, and then you get it off of there and you turn it on and nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so I want you guys to try to stay away from that President Lincoln 2. Okay, if you're interested in the radio, please check out the President Lincoln 2 Plus, man. It's well worth the money. Absolutely. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys with voltage regulation and the Palomar Max mod. That shit is a joke, man. Okay? And you got credible techs, you got non-credible techs recommending a Palomar Max mod, okay? These radios don't need much, just like a Striker. It doesn't need all that bullshit, man. And to those people who have been recommending Palomar Max mods, go check them out now. Now these guys are not recommending Palomar Max mods, but they sure did fill their pocket up with that goddamn modification. But now they don't recommend it. See? Ghost watts, ghost voltage regulation. If you're gonna do anything here, just do a power wire upgrade, man. That's it. Just do a power wire upgrade. That'll keep the voltage steady and ready, man. And you won't have no drawdown. I promise you. And if not, you come on to the channel and, you know, speak your beef, man. Well, guys, I had fun, man, doing this video. It was a quick demonstration. I try not to, you know, I try not to talk or be too technical. I love layman's terms, and I love down-to-earth people. And that's the way I choose to speak to the subscribers of this channel, man. And, you know, so far so good, man. You know, I love the world of sound. I love this hobby. Well, guys, Going on 26 minutes of this video, and I'm gonna shut it on down. 204 ground control, East Coast United States, state of Maryland, just 35 miles south from Washington, D.C. That's right, 35 miles south from the FCC. Charlie. 73s.